Hi, Queena.
Let's make a plan for today.
What airport are we heading to today?
Today I've got a plan to go to Torquay Airport. It's a nice little grass airfield that's closed during the winter but open during the summer months. I've actually been there once during the warmer months.
Oh, wow. Tell us about that trip.
Well, my dad and I actually flew there with a surfboard because Torquay is world famous for surfing. We somehow managed to fit a surfboard inside the plane.
Wow, that must have been tricky.
It was. I had to crawl into the baggage area to help Dad get it in. And then we took it out. We ended up pulling it through the cabin window.
That's hilarious. So once you landed, how did you get to the beach?
Luckily, the airfield was pretty close to the coast. It took only 17 minutes to get there. The loco suggested that next time we park down at the end of runway 18. That way, it's only 300 to 400 metres from the beach.
Wow, what an adventure. Can you share a bit more about the Torquay airfield?
Sure. This airfield is called Torquay Airport and it includes a Tiger Moth World, which is a skydiving company that works from the airport. You can take a vintage Tiger Moth aircraft to do an adventure flight around the Great Ocean Road. On the charts, you'll see it has two parallel grass runways, 18/36. West side is often used for skydiving, so visiting pilots usually land on the east runway. There's also a short cross-strip runway, 09/27. If you're planning to fly in, make sure you check the official website for the latest info. Oh, and also when we landed, a mob of kangaroos was running alongside the runway.
Torquay is also the gateway to the Great Ocean Road. With amazing views, fantastic surf beaches, this time we're actually taking the ferry there.
Yep, and also we'll be meeting Marrie from the Australian National Surfing Museum.
We'll be exploring Australia's surfing history and sharing some great stories of the sport.
Let's get going!
We set off from Sorrento, took the ferry across Port Phillip, landing in the beautiful town of Queenscliff. The trip takes about 45 minutes.
From there, it's another 45-minute drive to Torquay. First stop, the Australian National Surfing Museum. Hi everybody, my name is Queena.
And I'm Ebony.
Today we're here at the National Australian Surf Museum. And we're going to interview some people that work here.
Let's go.
Hi, my name is Queena.
And I'm Ebony.
We're from the channel HereWeLand. Can you please tell a bit about yourself?
Yes, of course. My name's Marrie and I'm the museum officer here at the National Surfing Museum in Torquay. We've been established for 30 years and we have quite a lot of resources, as you will have seen.
To start off with, can you please tell a bit about the history of the museum?
Most definitely. The museum came about because one of our local surfers realised that all of his friends were getting older and passing away, and there was an enormous amount of history vanishing with their passing. So he started to organise collections of items, and he got the big surf companies, Billabong, Rip Curl and Quicksilver on side, and they put some money up to organise the collection. Later on we were acquired by the Surf Coast Shire, which is the local council, and they now run us and provide us with funding, and we get many visitors. We do pride ourselves on being a museum where it's not standoffish. You can touch things, you can ask questions, you can take all photos, and we just welcome people to find out about surfing and enjoy basically a lot of nostalgia and a bit of the future.
Can you please tell us a bit about local attractions here in Torquay?
Yes, Torquay's got some wonderful surfing beaches and swimming beaches. That's our main attraction. We have plenty of lookouts and walks, boardwalks. You can actually walk from here to Bells Beach along the top of the cliff, and of course that's part of the big coast walk, so you can walk a great deal further on. We have many fine restaurants and cafes. Of course we have the Rip Curl, Billabong and Quicksilver outlets and the main shops. So there's places where you can pay full price for the latest fashions, and then you can come round to Baines Court where their outlets are and pay quite a reduced price for surfing gear, which is what a lot of people do. So we do have a lot to look at, and it is a beautiful little town. It gets very busy in summer, but of course it's beautiful to be here swimming and playing in the water in summer.
Are there any surfing schools to help beginners know how to surf?
Yes, there's quite a few very good, very well established surfing schools. They are very careful and aware of the weather forecasts. They're always on soft foam boards. You always start on soft foam boards, and they'll supply you with a leg rope to attach the board and the wetsuit. They'll also train disabled people. They have no hesitation about trying to get everybody out into the water.
Do you know a bit about the history of how Torquay came as a town?
It's actually quite interesting because it was just a little village. Most people, there was a bit of fishing. It was a holiday resort. It was tiny. It was absolutely tiny. There might have been a fish and chip shop and a pub, a hotel. But of course, once people started to move down there, they started to work as teachers and doctors. It still stayed very quiet until the surf industries came. And that's because Quicksilver and Rip Curl started in Torquay, though they've now globalised. They actually started as the back of a bakery with a couple of locals. And they were clever and cunning enough to see the market. And then once surfing got very popular, to develop the market to a worldwide establishment. Most of the big surf industries are now owned by a more global conglomerate, so they're not owned by the individual manufacturers, so most of their operations have now moved offshore, but that was the origins of it. It was just a good place to come for holidays, it was a good place to come for surf, and you could pick up surfing gear here. So that was the origins of Torquay. Of course, it's now got 27,000 people living in the Shire of Torquay, which is up from probably about the 5,000 it had.
Is there any famous surfers that maybe grew up in Torquay or near Torquay?
Yeah, we have Gail Cooper, who won the Bells Women's Competition 10 times. She rode a longboard. She was a teacher in Lorne, and her father was involved in the Surfing Association. Of course, we have Wayne Lynch, very famous surfer who grew up down here and competed all over the world.
Thank you for your great interview today.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming and visiting, and we hope that your watchers will come along and see us and experience Torquay and go for a swim and learn to surf. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
After saying goodbye to Marrie, we wandered through the charming streets of Torquay and stopped to try some local food.
Torquay is surrounded by beaches perfect for surfing, making it a true surfing paradise. Its stunning scenery draws visitors from near and far.
Come along with us to take in the beauty of this coastal gem.
In our next episode, we'll head back to our home base at Taiap Airport to share its sights and delights with you.
Don't forget to subscribe, like and leave us a comment.
Welcome to
Here we land.